Legal aspects in hospitality and tourism industry. Republic Act Number 8424, also known as the Tax Code. I chose this legal code because it is applicable for both hospitality and tourism industry. It is also known as the Act of Amending the National Internal Revenue Code, as amended and for other purposes. This act shall be cited as the Tax Reform Act of 1997. It is hereby declared the policy of the state to promote the substantial economic growth to the rationalization of the Philippine Internal Revenue Tax System. Includes tax administration to provide as much as possible an equitable relief to a greater number of taxpayers in order to improve the levels of disposable income and to increase the economic activity. Republic Act Number 8424, also known as the Tax Code. Did you know that the members or the persons that work in our hospitality and tourism industry that pay taxes helps our economy grow and also our industry grow? By the way they pay taxes, it is deducted on their salary. These taxes can now be used to build more establishment on our sector. These sectors now helps maintain tourist attraction so that many tourists can be attracted. And the more tourists can be attracted, the more profit that will become. Like on the hotel, more tourists, more profit. Also in restaurant, the more tourists they attract, the more profit it will become. And this profit now will have to pay taxes. It's like a cycle. The more tourists, the more profit. The more profit, the more taxes. The more taxes, more establishment can be generated. Presidential Decree Number 856, also known as the Sanitation Code. This legal code is applicable in both tourism and hospitality industry, promulgating the code on sanitation on the Philippines. The objective of this code on sanitation is the improvement of the way the Filipinos by directing public health services towards the protection and promotion of health of the people. Presidential Decree Number 856, also known as the Sanitation Code. Did you know that sanitation nowadays can help also attract tourists? Because the more sanitized your area, the more people will be attracted. Because who else want to eat like on restaurant? Who else want to eat on a dirty place? No one else. And also in hotel, if you see your room that is dirty and unsanitized, did you want to get on it? Because The more sanitized your place, or like hotel, restaurant, the more ratings you will get. The more ratings you will get, the more customers will be attracted. And this can generate profit. And the more profit you generate, your business is good. Republic Act number 9593, or the Corporation Code of the Philippines. This code was applicable in tourism industry. It aims to develop tourism actions plan in effort to establish the industry as one of the principal instruments of the growth of the Philippines. Among others, the Tourism Act mandates the support and creation of the tourism enterprise zone. Republic Act number 9593. It is a corporation code. This Republic Act helps our tourism sector to develop and to be an instrument on our economy's growth, because almost a big part of our economy's money came from tourism sector, because Philippines have many tourist attractions, that this tourism sector maintains this tourist attraction to generate more money, like to generate more customers. And the more customers they can get, the more profit they will, and the more profit they generate, the more taxes can go on our industry. These taxes can now build establishments to further maintain this tourist attraction, that it can last longer. Republic Act number 11360, or the Labor Code of the Philippines. This code was applicable in hospitality industry, an act providing the service charges collected by hotels, restaurants, and other similar establishments be distributed in full to all covered employees. Republic Act number 11360, also known as the Labor Code of the Philippines. This legal code was created to make the non-managerial workers on a hotel or restaurants to get their service charges, and also on the other similar establishments to be distributed in full and covered all the employees without a non-managerial position. Republic Act number 6727, an act to rationalize wage policy determination by establishing the mechanism of the proper standards, therefore amending for the purpose Article 99 of otherwise known as the Labor Code of the Philippines, fixing new wages rates, providing wage incentives for industrial dispersal to the countryside and for other purposes. This Republic Act is for both hospitality and tourism industry. Not only on that, but also on all the industry in our country, Philippines. It is hereby declared in this policy of the state to rationalize the fixing of the minimum wages and promote the productivity improvement and gain sharing measures to ensure a decent standards of living for the workers and their families, to guarantee the right of laborers to its just and to share the fruits of production. Because before this legal code was created, or this Republic Act was created, many minimum wage earners was struggling to feed their families because their salary is just enough to pay their rent, to pay their bills, and creating this Republic Act or legal code helps them now. Like now, the percentage of minimum wage earners drop. Didn't like